Guys, it is Pat here, and this is your first video for your Session 3 30-day challenge. So everyone that is in this challenge has either ordered their Shakeology or they already have it, and you're continuing on. So the first video is not necessarily a move of the day. It's going to be how to take your measurements prior to you beginning the process. Our measurements are going to be our gauge as to how well you're doing, some areas that you need to work on, and if you feel comfortable, I want you to send me those measurements and I will keep track of them for you, like I've done in the past for my other participants in sessions 1 and 2. You're going to do these weight and measurements again at the end of the challenge. We're not going to do them again within the 30 days. So if you're one of those people that is addicted to the scale, get rid of it. Okay, we're going to weigh first thing in the morning before you do your move of the day. Now what I tell my clients is what you want to do is get up, go to the restroom, and then weigh yourself. Do it before you get dressed, before you put shoes on. It's going to be a true measurement because throughout the day we start to retain water, we start to get that natural swell around our midsection just from things that we're eating and through the process of the day. So I want you to get that first morning weight in the morning. As far as your measurements go, you can do them first thing in the morning before you do your move of the day, or you can do them as soon as you watch the video. It's up to you. Those will fluctuate a little bit, but not as much as your weight possibly would by 3 to 4 pounds, okay? So in the morning, weigh yourself. Also, what I need you to send me is your height, what your weight is, and your age. Okay, because as we go through the process, you may have some questions as to how many calories you should be consuming daily based on your activity level, and I will need that information in order to help you figure that out. And then we're going to get right to our measurements. I have my model here, which is Trinity. She's my oldest daughter. So she's going to stand right here where I was sitting. And she's going to be facing you guys. You skew it just a little bit. Right there. Alright. So I got to get down. Your measurements, if you have a spouse or an older daughter or son that can do these for you, it's easier than you trying to do it because you're trying to look down, and when you look down, naturally your abs are engaged. And it may take away from some of that measurement. So I want as true a measurement as I can get, okay? So the first measurement that we're going to do is our chest. So if you would take your arms out to the side, okay? This is one of those measurements that gets hard to do by yourself because as you can see, her arms are out to the side. She's not going to be able to hold a measuring tape. All right. Now where you want this tape to come across, okay? Ladies, it's going to be right there at that nipple line. That's where you want it to come across. My men, the same thing. It's the widest part of your chest. And what it's really going to measure also is right through the center of the back. Go ahead, hold your arms up.
Should I move my nipples?
No, not yet. And you want that tape right on the front somewhere, not underneath the armpit, because I'm going to have her lower her arms, and that's going to give me a true measurement because nobody walks around like this, okay? It'd be nice because you're thinner that way. All right, now lower your arms gently. All right. And it's right where the tape stops, so Trinity would be a 28 on her chest. All right. Now, we're going to get our waist. Okay, now your waist is typically 1 to 2 inches just above your belly button. Now, of course, nobody wears jeans up here anymore, but your waist is a good measurement, especially when you start to get this shake in you. That's going to be one of the measurements you see go down immediately because we carry a lot of swelling through here, water retention and so forth. So let's go ahead and get your waist. Now you have a belt on, so I'm going to take this off. Because we don't want it to suck in any more than you already are. So I want you to stand normal. Okay? Your feet are shoulder width apart. So separate your feet a little bit. just like that. And you just stand normal. Don't suck in your belly. Just be natural, okay? And there's the belly button. So I'm coming right across the top of the belly button, and you want to look straight ahead. And good. So she is a 24, and then I'm going to count the tick lines. There's 5 and 6. So she is 24.6 on her waist. And count those points. You want those points because every little bit matters. Okay? Now we did her waist. Now we're going to do hips. All right? So separate your feet again. No, too far. A little bit closer. There you go. All right. Now your hip bones, hers are real easy to find. Kids are easy to find. Depending upon how much body fat you carry through the glutes and those love handle sections, you want the top of the hip bone. And that is actually your hip girdle. Okay? And what it does is it comes across the widest part of your glutes. That's how we're going to measure hips. All right. And 28 and a half on the hips. Now I want you to close your legs together, heel to heel. Now this is where you want your feet together because we're going to get our thigh measurements. Okay, so we're going to go across the thickest part of the thigh. And you'll be able to feel where that is. It's typically when you have your hands down to the side, it's where those fingertips stop and where the thumb starts. So right there in that section, that's where you want that tape to go around. All right, loosen up your hands a little bit. You're still. You're short. I have to find your legs.
Hey.
There you go. All right. Now put your hands down to your side. I'm going to tuck this in back here. All right. Hands down to your side. Move those fingers. This is the hardest one to get because the tape keeps wanting to slide. There we go. Okay, 36.1, and that is the widest part of her thighs. It's where she's going to be the biggest around without getting those hips involved. And those are the measurements I need, okay? You're good. 5. Okay, so basically, give me your weight, your height, your age. I'll know whether or not you're male or female. And then chest measurement, waist measurement, hips, and then your thighs. Thighs together, not right and left. I want you to close those legs together and then measure around that largest part. And if you feel comfortable, send those to me. If not, hang on to those for yourself. And at the end of the challenge, I'm going to tell you when to do it again. And then you can compare those numbers on your own. If you send them to me, then I'll put them in a nice little spreadsheet because I'm OCD like that. And I will send them to you. Okay, and then I'm going to ask you a couple of questions too at the end of the challenge. Things like, how did you feel? Were there certain body parts you felt like you could have spent some more time on? Because throughout this challenge, I'm going to break it up and we're going to work a different body part each day. And some of those moves will be compound movements, meaning we're going to work more than one body part in that day. Okay, you'll get a video from me every day. So log in to your Facebook, find this private Facebook page. Log when you've had your shake and log when you've done your move of the day. If you're doing any other exercise outside of this challenge, let me know what that is too, because it's going to give me a pretty good idea as to how active you are. And thank you for joining the challenge, and I'll see you guys in the morning.